Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. And I am your host. For I Am Smart, the quiz where people look to improve their art through learning and strive to earn the right to say, I am smart. The format of the quiz is very simple, very straightforward. I'm going to give you 3 rounds of questions for your brain. I'm going to give you 3 musings for your imaginosphere and a 2-point bonus round at the end. 20 points overall, up for grabs here. All you're going to need for this quiz is something to write with and something to write on, okay? That's it. That's all. That's all there is. Optional is a beverage, because whilst it's nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a little bit of a toast. Look at this. This is a glass bottle. It's the only one where you can keep the glass, the water in there for a very long time and it not taste a bit funky. A little tip for you there. They're starting already, but here we go. Here we go. To Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, who this week taught us that even when 96 years old and a head of state, it's still advisable sometimes to have a bit of muscle around. Yeah, look at this official birthday portrait. Look at this official birthday portrait. Pow! There we go. Let's get rid of the chat box. You don't need the chat box right now. Look at that. Look at that. There's the dark tunic here. There's the furrowed brow there. She's not smiling for her birthday. No. Furrowed brow. Gives great, if you mess me around, whoever it is, let's pluck a name out of the sky. Andrew. If you messed me around, Andrew, these are a couple of loyal boys. Loyal to the Queen. Loyal boys. And they will not hesitate to put these powerful, powerful legs into action. It's quite a strong statement. Quite wonderful. To the Queen. And happy birthday. Does she show up through the bottle? She does show up through the bottle. That is, I don't know why that's so fascinating, but it really is. Double dip on that one, of course. Hello, Smarties. Don't steal focus. Hello, Smarties. How are we all? SosaFlow19, lovely to see you in the chat, as ever. Hopefully we can keep you for the whole quiz. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Definitely not Duda, ready to learn. Always ready to learn is definitely not Duda. And it's that kind of attitude that made definitely the high point scorer from last week. TB Douglas, hello Smarties. Hello to you, TB. And hello to you, SJ Beck 72. Happy Sunday. It is a happy Sunday, isn't it? It's a happy Sunday because I'm talking to all of you guys, because we're all shared in that experience. We've all just had a toast. We're all ready to learn. I learn as much from these as anybody else, guys. I feel like, yeah, I'm teaching you. Obviously, I'm teaching you. But also, you're teaching me, in a way. Let's see what rounds we've got. What rounds definitely not Duda can choose from. We've got Who Dat Artiste, Odd One Out, Anagram Ding Dong, Red Herring, Gimme 5, Alphabet, Movie Ladder, Song Lyrics, Yay or Nay, Look Close, Haikus Day, and Iconic Art. Definitely not Duda. As the high point scorer from last week, you have the privilege, the honour, of being able to choose any one of these categories, and we will definitely do that category. And then once you've chosen, we will of course go to the high-tech round selector. Here it is, and we will select the other 2 rounds that we're doing. So definitely, whenever you are ready, drop a little round in the chat, and we'll go from there. Gosh, how are we all? Are we all well? Are we all doing good? Are we all doing good? I hope we are. I really do. I really do, guys. I mean that. I'm just going to check something on the old phone. Okay, so that's not doing that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Iconic Arts is definitely not due. Definitely not due to love the pitch around. And Lord, who could blame her? Lord, who could blame her? Absolutely fine. So let's get some music going and let's pick another 2 rounds, shall we? We're definitely doing Iconic Art. That's banked. That's ready. Let's see what else we've got. Two eggs, red and blue. Give me 5 and our very first alphabet. Now, these are backwards. I recognized this last week. Give me 5 and alphabet. It's going to be a heck of a week, guys. That's for sure. That's for golder and sure. These are backwards because this is a backwards image. Because this arm thing comes from this side, and normally that would come out on this side. And I have, you know, we've established the convention now of having me be on this side and the questions be on this side. And I thought it would throw you guys too much. You guys would be absolutely freaked out if I were to suddenly show up on the other side. So but this is the downside. So if you want to keep on with the backwards writing and this side, absolutely fine. If you think you would prefer to have correct writing and me be on this side and everything be, I mean, it would work out better with the having a straight line for the things, and that would all be. Anyway, let me know in the chat. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. But let's get rid of the rounds. Right, okay. So what have we got? We've got Iconic Art. That's going to be great. Yep, that's okay. Alphabet. Oh, that's quite good as well, though, isn't it? And what was the other one? Give me 5. Okay, I think we might be finishing with Alphabet. I think we might be kicking off with Iconic Art, guys. I think we might be kicking off with it. For the first time ever, excitement. Oh, do we not have a thing? Do we not have a thing? It's so fresh and new that we don't even have a thing. Iconic Art. Wow, yeah, we don't even have a transition for it yet. That's how new it is, but that's fine. We'll have one for next time. Oh no, are we starting off with Alphabet? No, we're starting off with Iconic Art. My word. Cameraman George, I apologize. You're right. There we go. A little confusion there, but that's fine. Iconic Art, my friends. Iconic Art. It's all about visuals, yeah? All about the visuals. Identifying visual art is key, guys. Miserable people in an unpopular diner? No. It's Nighthawks by Edward Hopper, and it's a classic, yeah? In Iconic Art, I'm going to show you 5 works of visual art. I just need you to tell me what they are. But what's our topic? What's our topic this week? Notme draws logos, my word. So I have drawn you 5 iconic logos that I think you'll be able to recognize. Or maybe you won't. It's on the cusp of whether you'll be able to recognize all of them. To make them a little bit trickier, I've done them all in wax crayon, which is not the most precise of visual media. I've also deliberately mucked up the colors. So the colors that you will see are not the colors that these logos actually are in real life, in the world. Very interesting, says TB. And I have to say, I think you're spot on with that. I don't think that's an overstatement at all. So let's get on with the first one. First one's going to be nice and easy because I'm going to ease you in. Of course I am. I'm a gentleman. What's that? What logo is that? What logo is this? Now, bear in mind, guys, that color scheme, absolutely fraudulent. Absolutely fraudulent. I have mucked around with that something fierce. And for those interested, these drawings are done with this pack of Crayola crayons. Okay? What you'll be thrilled to hear is that Crayola cares about the environment and responsibly makes the products you love. We invest in 100% renewable energy from solar power from US manufacturing, enough to make over 3 billion crayons and 700 million markers a year. That's the Crayola promise, guys. And in the future, when we've all survived and we've made it onto, the earth is once again a haven, much like the Garden of Eden, and we say, who's responsible for this? Be able to say, it says clever clogs at Crayola, wasn't it? Giving us the art, but also giving us a planet. Thank you, Crayola. All secondary toast there. Number 2. I took longer with that question than I needed to, I feel. Number 2, what's that? That's a bit easy as well, isn't it? That's a bit easy. Got a couple of easy ones to start off with. There we go. Couple of easier ones to start off with. It's not grey, though. I tell you that much. I'll tell you that for free. Number 3. What's that? Ah, it's well drawn and all, but what is that a logo for? What is that a logo for? What do we think? What do we think, guys? Number 4. Gosh, again, expertly drawn. Sure. We'll take that as a given. Yeah, we'll take that as a given. These are all going to be drawn real well. But what company does it represent with the wrong colours? And finally, what's that? What's that? Maybe that's the trickiest one, I think. Maybe that one's the trickiest one. That's the final one. There we go. Job done. Those are five images, 5 questions. That is the trickiest one, says TB. I'm glad you agree with me on that one, because that says I've really got a bead on what people know. That's the trickiest thing being a quizmaster. Yeah, that's the trickiest thing being a quizmaster. Thinking, well, I know this, but will other people? Or I don't know this, but will other people? Yeah? You start to learn, I'm not a barometer necessarily for the specific things that people know. People shouldn't be held to blame for not knowing some of the things that I know. I am not an everyman. I've come to accept that. I've given you 5 questions. I've tested your brain. I need to test your imaginosphere, though. I promised you that at the beginning. I need to give you a musing. I didn't get the tattoo yet. Might still happen, though. Might still happen. The musing here is, if you were sponsored by a company to wear their logo clearly displayed on you for an entire calendar year, which logo would you choose and why? What an interesting question. What an interesting musing. If you were sponsored by a company to wear their logo clearly displayed on you for an entire calendar year, which logo would you choose and why? And why? Write your answers down. We'll go through them later. Not in the chat, guys. Not in the chat. That's not what we're doing here. My God. And there we go. And we're back to main. And we've done 1 round, guys. We've done 1 round. Isn't that exciting? Are you excited? I'm thrilled. Especially bearing in mind it's only 20 past. My God, we're smashing through this. It's efficient. It's efficient. Yeah? What are we doing next? We have got... Oh, give me 5. This is going to be a fun one. And some of you won't like it at all. There's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Says the Notme in the transition. This one's good. Some of you are going to enjoy this one. Some of you might not. Yeah? But that's the luck of the draw with I Am Smart. We couldn't have been any more fair. We could not have been any more fair. Although, obviously, I wrote the question, so, we could have been more fair in that sense, I suppose. But thank you very much to Cameraman George. Straight on it this morning. Cameraman George really earning his keep. In art, one good work is never enough. The public, the money, the algorithm always want more. So in this round, I'm going to do one question. Just going to ask you one question, but I'm going to expect 5 answers, yeah? It's unreasonable, sure. But then so is asking a show with a premise as thin as The Walking Dead to do more than 4 seasons. But it's currently on season 12 and getting better and better and more depressing and humorless and better than ever before. Every single year they're pushing that further, a little bit further. What community are they going to be joining and then betrayed by this year? It's thrilling. It's thrilling. Whew. Here we go. Give me 5 question. Here we go. Here we go. Give me 5 question. Give me 5 of the top 30 country music artists per a 2017 Rolling Stone list. So I'm going to give you a little bit of context to this one as I get that beard scratch. In 2017, Rolling Stone magazine, a very famous magazine, did a list of the top 100 country music artists of all time. I'm not asking for any of the top 100, I'm asking just for the top 30, just in terms of when we give the answers, so we're not sitting here for ages like we're booking a holiday on teletext, okay? Top 30. And I will guarantee you, for those of you sitting there, probably the non-Americans among you, for those of you sitting there saying, I don't know country music, Notme, this is a waste of everybody's time, I will assure you that there are at least 5 that you know. At least 5 that you definitely know. That's my pledge. So just sit there, just think on it a little bit. Let's TB, I'm not so sure about that. Trust me, TB. Just think country music. Let's shift across a little bit. Country music, what's it all about? Well, as we all know, it's about horses, it's about cars, it's about women, and it's about undiagnosed alcoholism, okay? Girl Sarah Kilch coming from Texas serves me well this round. Absolutely. Every now and again, as a viewer, as a smarty, as a viewer of this quiz, you will get a round that feels very much tailored to you and your life and your experiences. And you get that kind of Slumdog feeling, yeah? That's the joy of this quiz. Others will get country music, never listen to it, absolutely ridiculous, right? Don't forget your mama too. Absolutely. Some of them do songs about the mama as well. It's a very narrow band of subjects that the country music songs can be about legally, I believe. You may want to correct me there, you go, Sarah Kilch, but legally I think it has to be focused on one of those pre-approved topics in order to truly be a country and western song. You can do it, guys. Give me 5. Just 5. My God. If you give me 4, you only need to give me 1 more. That's how maths works. Yeah? Going to give you another couple of moments to do that. I'm just going to go and check something, actually. Just 2 seconds. He's back. He's absolutely back, and he's loving life. Whew. There we go, guys. I believe in you. I believe in you. Just think of cowboys. Think of cowboys. And you won't go far wrong. I need to give you a musing, though, guys. What would be a track on your country music album, remembering that country music songs can only be about relationships, trucks, and undiagnosed alcoholism, and your mama? Okay, and your mama. And corn. Blake Shelton has done a wonderful song specifically about corn, and it's really something to behold. So just give me the title of a country music song from your country music album, guys. You need to presuppose that you have made a country music album. Somebody turns it over. I assume it's a picture of you in a cowboy hat, or maybe in a truck, or maybe just sitting in a field. If you want to give me a sense of what the front cover of your country music album would look like as well, please feel free. But just give me the name of it, and maybe give me which number it would be. Track 7, blah blah blah, whatever it might be. What would be a track on your country music album? Again, maybe easier for your girl Sarah Kilch, as she is a Texas person, a Texister, Tex girlfriend, Tex message, Texan. She's a Texan. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit easier for her. And then we're done. We're heading back to Maine. We're heading back to the cool blue waters of Maine. Wow. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? That may have been a tough one, but I can't stress how much I believe in you vis-a-vis country music artists, even if you're not a big country music fan. I can't tell you how much I believe in you, because I really do, guys. I really do. Yeah? And now, obviously, from earlier on, we realize that alphabet does not have a corresponding transition. We know that. We've accepted that. We're moving on. We're not blaming anybody. Of course. But we know that it's not happening. So it's just going to kind of fade in here. Alphabet. I think what we're going to need to do is for you guys to sing along wherever you might be watching the show. Sing along with the thing, and maybe do an action as well. And I'll try and do it as well. And again, together we'll be unified across the globe, from Texas to wherever other people live. And okay. So let's give it a try. I hope you're doing that as well. Alphabet. Do we have a... trying to think now whether we have a little thing in the chat for alphabet. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, we do! Oh, Cameron George, I beat you by a second, you wily old dog. He's younger than me. In the alphabet round number... Okay, yeah, cool. Guys, there is no such thing as bad art. I believe it, and I'll defend it to my death, although I prefer not to. I'll just say it in public discourse. You might prefer trip-hop. Sure, you might prefer it. But that doesn't give you an excuse to not appreciate James Taylor, does it? I don't think so. So at some point, we just need to comprehensively just go through all art. Just all art, going through it. And what better way to go through all art than alphabetically? And much like Sesame Street, today's round of alphabet is brought to you by the letter A. It makes sense. It's where we start. So I'm going to give you 5 questions, and the answer to each one of these is A. Okay? If it's a person, what did I say? If it's so the and A don't count. So the BFG would be seen to begin with B, and for people with first and last names, we're looking for the first letter of the first word of the surname. Okay. So Le something or Adele something or a Von something would be those as opposed to the second bit. Okay? It'll become clear. It'll become clear. Question number 1. Which star of Romeo Must Die and singer of Try Again died in a plane crash? Very sad, very tragic. Somebody dying in a plane crash. But who is it? I'll give you a clue. Begins with A. Begins with A. If this is a first name and a surname, it's the first letter of the surname. If it's a first name and a surname with a an interstitial, I'm trying to think of a former Italian footballer Alessandro Del Piero. Ooh, Octavo 29. Straight in there. Octavo 29. I'm so glad that none of the other Octavos are watching right now, because they are dirt on somebody's shoe compared to Octavo 29. Absolutely the finest of all of the Octavos. And I'll go on record as saying that. I'll put my hand on a flippin' Bible because you followed. So thank you, Octavo 29. I hope you're enjoying the quiz. I hope you continue to do so. Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely boost, isn't it? First timer. Let's welcome Octavo 29, shall we, everybody? Let's welcome Octavo 29. There's some appreciation in the chat there. That's lovely. Question number 2. Which science fiction film introduced us to the Xenomorphs? The Xenomorphs? Beginning with an X? Ooh. Which science fiction film introduced us to the Xenomorphs? Xenomorphs. Welcome says definitely not, Duda. Thank you for that, definitely. Rolling out the red carpet. That's lovely. Or pink carpet, I suppose. The pink, obviously, I'm sure I don't need to. The reason that this whole quiz has a pink theme is because brains are pink. Question number 3. Which 6-time Oscar-nominated actors' roles include Amelia Earhart, Giselle, Lynn Chaney, and Lois Lane? Which 6-time Oscar-nominated actors' roles include Amelia Earhart, Giselle, Lynn Chaney, and Lois Lane? If this is a mononymous actress, then the first name, or actor, sorry, the first name will begin with A. Well, the entire name will begin with A, I can say. You understand the concept of names that begin with things. We're not looking for the first name. I suppose that's the point I'm trying to make in a rather hacking at branches with a machete kind of way. Do you know what I mean? A little off the beaten track there. Question number 4. Which 15-time Grammy Award-winning singer has never released an album with any letters in the title? What kind of question is that? I'll be honest with you guys. It's a brilliant one. If I do say so myself. And then number 5, question number 5. Which red-dressed rodent is the leader of the Chipmunks? I think maybe some of these are a bit easy. But maybe, do you know what? It's the first time we're doing Alphabet. The absolute first time. Let's just go with it. Let's just see what happens. Which red-dressed rodent is the leader of the Chipmunks? Octavo 29. My God, as I live and breathe. My God. 7 viewers now. We are really cooking with gas, guys. And that's the 5 questions here. But what's the musing. What is the musing? Very simply, there are a lot of works of art with titles that start with the word American, begins with A, so that's why we're asking about it here. Give me a word that has probably never followed American in a work of art. Give me the medium you'd like to see the title explored in. Okay? We can all think American Pie by Don McLean, the song. Later by Madonna, also just as good. American Hustle, American Beauty, American Psycho films, okay? American Idol, very good TV show. American Gothic, yeah, the painting, okay? Lots of American something, okay? Give me a word that is probably, I'm not asking you to, do you know what I mean? You're not going to get in trouble if it has done. Yeah, this is a safe space. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Just probably. That's what I'm asking for. Probably never followed American in the name of a work of art. And give me the medium. I would like to see a shoe made called the American whatever it might be. Okay? American shoe. But try and engage the imaginosphere a little bit more with that. Obviously, I've got a lot going on at the moment, so I'm not necessarily going to be firing on all cylinders. I think it'd be a little bit unfair of any of you guys to expect that of me or to judge me for not. There are a lot of works of art that start with titles that start with the word American. Give me a word that has probably never followed American in a work of art name of. And give me the medium you'd like to see the title explored in. And do you know what? That's the end, guys. Bow! That's the end. All of the questions done. Round of applause to each and every one of you for being just getting in there, you know, just getting in there, mixing it up, loving every minute with this damn crew, yeah? It's at this point of the show that I always like to give you a little bit of art, just to reward you. You know, it's what I do, I produce. I'm going to give you a little bit of art, and this art comes with a little bit of background, I suppose, a little bit of context. So this week has been a very difficult week for me, a very tiring week, a very stressful week. I have struggled this week. I'll say that. I have struggled this week. Is it quite heroic that I've still managed to put together a quiz for this week? Yeah. I mean, do you know what I mean? We can tiptoe around it. We can walk on eggshells around it. But ultimately, I am a hero for doing this. Thank you for the welcome, everyone, says Octavio29. Octavio29, you're the most important person in the world right now to me. And I mean that. Aside from my son. But aside from that, it's all right? Yeah? So this week has been very challenging for me. As for why it's been very challenging, that's what this work of art is about to cover. So please enjoy. This is a world premiere. Enjoy. Piece of information that I learned at work today. One, when Americans say do their taxes, they actually mean do their taxes, like they actually have to do their own taxes rather than the government doing it for them like in a normal country. Number two, non-Americans who just happen to be living and working within America aren't exempt from doing these taxes. And number three, the deadline for doing these taxes is midnight tonight. So... Okay, it's 7 p.m. Let's do some taxes. Okay. Wait. What? No, guys, I don't own property. Thank you very much for rubbing that in. Well, I don't understand. If there's no section for these, then what does everybody do with their homemade giant novelty checks? See this? I don't understand at all. He costs a lot of money and he flatly refuses to get a job. So I don't understand what quality my son Jesus is lacking that means I can't claim him as a dependent. Yeah? Is it just because he's a dog? Because that's pretty bigoted, guys. Oh, this is rich. So they're taxing me extra just because I live in New York. I thought all the extra hand sanitizer that I had to buy was my New York tax. Ridiculous. Is hand sanitizer tax deductible? My God. Okay, can do this. I understand it now. They're just trying to break me. They're just trying to break me. It's not going to work. You can't break me. Why are they taking all my money? I'm done. With 4 minutes to spare, it's almost too easy. And as I'm sure you could have guessed from the start, I'm still cool, I'm still calm, I'm still collected. Submit. Submit. Submit, submit, submit. Submit! Oh, okay. Submit. And submit it. Internet or something. Not a dependent, apparently. I could be pretty annoyed for what I just had to do there, but ultimately I believe that in today's society there are good people who pay taxes and bad people who don't pay taxes. And by that rationale, by what I've just paid, God, I'm one hell of a guy. Did it go silent for you at the end? It went silent for me at the end, but then the little audio thing was still going up. Was it silent for you at the end? Jesus, yeah. A little cameo there from Jesus, scooting along. You could hear. Thank you, TP. So yeah, so I went to sleep very late, and so the physical toll of going to sleep very late, the emotional toll of having to pay that amount of money for nothing. I mean, considering in this country we're not. I'm not getting healthcare out of that. I'm still paying over $20,000 of medical debt. Heard the majesty of Hell's Kitchen loud and clear. Yeah, perfectly timed car horn. Yeah, I feel it's one of the things you guys probably wouldn't understand this, but when you're as creative as I am, sometimes I do feel like my kind of creative radiation, yeah, like I've just stepped out of Chernobyl or something, does just kind of affect the world around me. So sometimes these kind of moments just happen where I think, God, did I cause that car horn? Did my frustration with the system and having to stay up until 12:18, like some kind of party boy, did that affect the world around me? Haters will say no. I might say yes. That's just my creativity coming through. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you also enjoy the fact that we're going to be doing some answers now. Oh, we're going to be doing some answers now. What was the first round? Oh, we went straight in with Iconic Art, didn't we? Let's transition across to there. The musing. Very simply was, if you were sponsored by a company to wear their logo clearly displayed on you for an entire calendar year, which logo would you choose and why? Guys, and this is maybe more specifically for Octavo28, who, you know, this is the first ep. I don't want you to say the answer out loud where you are sitting, because I can't hear that. Yeah? What I need you to do, very simply, is get it in the chat. Yeah, get that answer in the chat and we'll go through them after we've been through these questions. Number one, look at that. It's well done. Sure, it's really well drawn. Of course it is. But which logo is it? Is, of course, YouTube. It's the YouTube logo. So well done if you got that one right. That was on the easier side. Sure. I'll admit it. That was on the easier side. What about this one? This grey thing. Some kind of like an 8 almost, like an infinity symbol? No. It's for fancy people. It's Chanel. It's the logo for Chanel, who are a company that make expensive things. Well done if you got that one right. Number 3. It's just like 3 diamonds. But what could that relate to? This one's a car company. It is Mitsubishi Motors. Japanese cars. Very efficient. Although, as we saw in the recent Oscar-nominated film Drive My Car, it can also be quite slow. maybe if they'd used a different country's cars, it wouldn't have been 3 hours. Number 4. What is that? A couple of P's? What could the couple of P's stand for? PayPal. That's not popping on the mic, is it at all? I hope it isn't. PayPal. It's just fun to say. Well done if you got that one right. And then this one's the trickiest one. I think maybe you have to be of a certain age or a certain geekiness to pick up on this one. This is one of the logos that has the privilege of being in the movie Blade Runner. Blade Runner posited the future of the world, that this company would be much larger than it is even today in 2022. It is Atari, video game company Atari. So well done if you got that one right. I think that one was the trickiest one. So congratulations. 1 point for each of those that you got right. 1 point for each of those that you got right. Keep track of your own score. And don't cheat. It's pretty lame to cheat, I think, in a quiz that it's this easy to cheat. Let's get onto these musings. Nana Hobob, Adidas. I'm already doing it for free most days. That's smart. Clothing company. Maybe I should have made a caveat that it couldn't be a clothing company, but I didn't, and you've taken advantage of that. Adidas, I'm already doing it for free most days. The question that puts in my head is, obviously I wear an Adidas, or I used to wear an Adidas tracksuit for the Most Week show. Did I affect that? Are you wearing Adidas now because of Notme? Because of the aspirational quality that I brought to my clothes? Should Adidas watch this and say, Notme would be a great brand ambassador? It's not for me to say. Definitely not due to Oregon Humane Society, because animals, absolutely. I got my son Jesus from the Seattle Humane Society because it's cheaper than buying new. This is the thing that they don't teach you with pets. As soon as you take that pet off the forecourt, it's halved in its value straight away. You got to buy secondhand, guys. You really do. So you're not using your head if you're not buying secondhand. Yeah. Oregon Humane Society. I don't know what the logo is for that. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. Oregon Humane Society logo. Okay, so it's like a small house. Top left being a shoe or a boxing glove. Top right being a heart. Bottom left being a hand. Bottom right being looks like a dog. Oh no, top left is a cat. I thought it was a boxing glove, but it's quite a stylized image. But yeah, I think that'd be quite fun to wear. Not too obtrusive, certainly. Octavo 29, HMRC. Her Majesty's something. The tax people, right? HMRC. Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. I mean, that's a weird thing to want to advertise, because again, they're taking the taxes. Not sure where that came from, but it is just a crown. And if you could be emblazoned with the crown, people would think maybe Octavo 29, as you said, Octavo 24 is not wearing a crown. Octavo 7, get out of here, pal. Octavo 29 got that crown. Royalty, yeah? carrying themselves with the dignity of a 96-year-old woman with a couple of beefy horses ready to kick some butt. Yeah? It's a good shot. It's a good shot. I was doubting you at the first, and then when I thought about it, I thought that's actually a really good idea. Monkey Pixie Funk. Hello to you, Monkey Pixie Funk. Thanks for saying hi. You dropped in. Easy. Greg's, home of the cheapest 2-for-1 sausage roll meal deal. Greg's is something, when people talk about life in the United States, and they say, do you miss anything, Notme? Do you miss anything? Do you think anything, how would you improve America? I'd say certainly in the top 10 ways that you could improve America. Yeah, let's tackle racism. Let's tackle gun violence. Yeah? Let's sort out the medical system. But up there would be, let's try and introduce Greg's. Yeah, let's try and get sausage rolls, steak bakes, yum-yums. Yeah, let's try and because I think there's a lot of people very angry here. Very, I don't like spending money. You don't have to spend a lot of money at Greg's. 2-for-1 sausage rolls. That's smart. What is the logo for Greg's, though? I should really be doing this in a way that you can all see. Oh, it's the blue with the... Yeah, again, that's not a bad logo, guys. That's not an intrusive logo. It's just blue background, 4 yellow squares. That works. That works. TB Douglas, Ralph Lauren, because it would force me to dress more smartly for a year. More smartly for a year. That would be good. Yeah, Ralph Lauren. Although, would you, if you're just wearing the logo, could you wear the Ralph Lauren logo on just on like a tracksuit or something, or just like some, just your pajamas, and it's like making some kind of statement of like, well, these are just my scuzzy pajamas, yeah, with holes in them, and bean juice down them. But wait, there's a Ralph Lauren logo on there. Does that make them fancy? Is that alone what causes the fanciness? A lot of people would be looking at you you'd be making them think. You'd be starting some journeys up here. That's what we're after. Also, they'd be like, what? Why are they wearing their pajamas out? Why are they wearing their pajamas out? Maple Panda, the 2P should be the Percy Pig logo. Oh, you want to talk about what should be introduced over here? Percy Pigs, my word. My word. Yeah, it should be. Could be. Would be. Is there a Percy Pig logo? I mean, it's just Percy Pig with the G curling around like a pigtail. That's smart. That's smart. God, I want some Percy Pigs. SJ Back 72, Rolls Royce. I want to aim high. That's lovely. Rolls Royce, I bet they have got a classy AF logo. AF, of course, standing for absolutely and fully. Again, it's just 2 R's. It's kind of like the PayPal logo, but with R's instead of P's. People would maybe assume that was your name, that your name was like Richard Rummage or Rasheen Romanuel. Good names. God, I just came up with them. But yeah, I think that would work. And if you really wanted to be advertising the Rolls Royce-ness, it's the 2 R's on here, 2 R's on the chest, and then just wearing a hat that's got the little lady sticking out of the top. If you really want to be hawking Rolls Royce's wares, posh, blink, woo! Yeah? Anyway. Octavia 29, it would have to be pink, though. Pink, HM, pink, okay. Maybe not a good idea, as I might be attacked. Yeah? But you know who you'd be attacked by? You'd be attacked by people who don't think that paying taxes are a good idea. You'd be attacked by, I suppose, the richest and the poorest. The richest and the poorest. It would really give you a nice cross-section of society. But you would still be attacked, so swings and roundabouts. Do you know what, guys? Points all round. Points all round for that. If you submitted a musing in the chat, then for God's sake, give yourself a point. Because you've done some wonderful work. Give me 5. What's the musing here? What would be a track on your country music album? Remembering that country songs can only be about relationship, trucks, and undiagnosed alcoholism. Also your mama. Also corn. It's a limited range, is what I'm saying. Don't say it out loud. Get it in the chat, guys. Get it in the chat. The question was, give me 5 of the top 30 country music artists per a 2017 Rolling Stone list. And if you haven't written 5, I think you will kick yourself. I genuinely do. Obviously, the Louvin brothers, Roger Miller, there are people that you don't know. Glenn Campbell, Tammy Wynette, Patsy Cline, Garth Brooks, Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Merle Haggard, Chris Christopherson, Shania Twain, Conway Twitty from Family Guy. So there are people here that I think you could have got. I think seeing this list now, I don't know who there's one that I seem to have cut off there. Who was it? Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys is the name of that musical act. My word. That'd be pretty powerful, wouldn't it? It's Texas Playboys. Yowza. The ladies be loving them for a short period of time and then getting annoyed because, they're difficult to pin down. But you can get 1 point for any one of these people or acts that you wrote down, up to a maximum of 5. If you got more than 5, do let me know, because you're in line for some croc points. Octavio 29, probably unaware of croc points. One of my proudest creations. Let's get on with these musings there. I'll leave these up. But let's see what people have been doing for their country music song. Definitely not due to barbecue, beers, and heartbreak. Track 1, straight in there. Barbecue, beers, and heartbreak. It's the first track of the album. People pop that CD or that LP or that mini disc. They hit play. What's definitely not due to got? It's a little bit of... Normally we're used to definitely not due to rocking out with some punky vibes. 3 chords, a very beaten up drum kit, a lot of converse, and just attitude. But here, taking a slightly barbecue, beers, and heartbreak. My word. I mean, it sums it all up, doesn't it? It sums it all up. You're having a bit of barbecue, you're drinking a couple of beers, but you're not happy. Even though beers are, for some people very tasty. Barbecue, for all people, is tasty, outside of maybe the vegans in the world. But, that's kind of their lookout. And heartbreak. Just the tears getting into the barbecue sauce and that little bit of extra salt really setting things off. What could we do? This sweet barbecue sauce tastes bitter without you. Something like that. Sweet barbecue sauce, but it's bitter because you're not here. I feel sorry for what I did, maybe, because my baby don't love me no more. Yeah, maybe because of my obsession with barbecue and really hitting that perfect barbecue sauce recipe. It's a big deal down in the South. They all love their very closely guarded, and maybe that's the irony of it. You're so obsessed with perfecting that barbecue recipe, that barbecue sauce recipe. Your baby leaves you. Sad. Tears get into the barbecue sauce, and it's those tears, infused as they are with that heartbreak, with that sorrow, with those lonely nights, and that really gives it the zing. And so you've finally found that perfect barbecue sauce recipe, but at what cost? At what cost? Oh, definitely. Wow. God, and I didn't think I was much of a country music fan, but apparently. T.B. Douglas, I've been drunk on you since 92. Wowzers. That's 30 years. 30 years of drunkenness. Again, the sadness of that. The sadness of that. It gets into that kind of mythical realm. Yeah? That kind of mythical realm of sadness, of sorrow, that you can only really accept from a kind of an old-fashioned kind of story. Because if it was modern day, I mean, if you had a friend or a loved one, family member, who had been hung up on the same person for 30 years, you'd want to show them compassion. Of course you would. But there might be a little voice inside your head that just wants to give them just a gentle one. A lot of people aren't really down for capital punishment, but I think sometimes, I think it's a bit more complicated than black and white. Just a little clip around the ear and just pull yourself together. Get a grip. It's been 30 years, yeah? Your baby left you while you were watching the Olympic Games in Barcelona, sure. But there have been so many Olympics since then. So many, yeah? And if you want to win my gold medal, you'll get over them. Find somebody else. There's plenty more horses on the prairie, you might say, if it's a country music song, because they're not down on a lot of seafood. SJ Beck 72, here we go. Ran out of gas just a mile from the state line. Oh, God, you guys, what are you doing to me? Ran out of gas just a mile from the state line. I thought you somebody ran out of gas just a mile from the state line. I was driving to Texas because I wanted you to be mine. I was making good progress. I thought I would make it fine. But I stopped for Carl's Jr. or Hardee's. I'm not sure what, or if there's some kind of more, southern specific burger joint that you could say. And now I'm out of time. Something like that. That's good. There's a lot of country songs, very distinct stories in place. Yeah. And I think you've got a great one there, SJBX72. It's utilizing the heartbreak. I mean, I'm assuming it's heartbreak. Maybe it could be trying to escape the cops after you went cattle rustling. Perhaps. But in any sense, there's that sense of desperation. There's vehicular stuff in there, so the country fans are going to be all over it. Being pursued possibly by law enforcement guys. SJBX72. I got there in the end. That's wonderful. Monkey Pigsy Funk, You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly. It's a true song titled by Loretta Lynn. Is she in this? No, I was thinking of Tammy Wynette, I think. That's why she's not in the top 30. I mean, it's a heck of a title. It's evocative. Really evocative. Nana Hobbob, get your shots at the bar, not the doctor's office. That's interesting. Again, Nana just can't help getting a little bit political. Just a little bit of political paprika. Politicika. It's his favourite. Politicutmeg. Nutmeg? No, that doesn't work. Politicumin. Sprinkling any art that Nana Hobbob makes with a little bit of politicumin. And it works. Do you know what I mean? Because it gets you thinking about the world we're living in today. This has gone on for quite a while. Monkey Pigsy Funk, you stole my horse when it was parked in the Penge Badlands. Absolutely. I mean, someone's going to steal it. Penge is for those of you who don't know, obviously a global audience, Penge is kind of like Mad Max 3, Beyond Thunderdome, the one with Tina Turner. Kind of gives me vibes of that. Kind of gives me vibes of that kind of thing. Points all round, guys, for all you country music all you cowboys and cowgirls with your cow hats, cowboy hats, cow hats on. Points all round. Well done. And then the final round, Alpha Bart. The musing was there are a lot of works of art that start with titles that start with the word American. Give me a word that has probably never followed American in a work of art, and give me the medium you'd like to see the title explored in. Don't say it out loud. You know that gets me annoyed. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat as we go through the answers to this. Which star of Romeo Must Die and singer of Try Again died in a plane crash? It is, of course, Aaliyah. Dust yourself off and try again, try again, try again. First you don't succeed, first you don't succeed. That kind of bass that sounds like somebody running their finger along a comb. Innovative. R.I.P. Aaliyah. Question number 2. Which science fiction film introduced us to the Xenomorphs? This one's maybe a little bit easy. I don't know. Do they mention that's what they're called? Maybe not in this first one. But it was Alien. I'll give you Aliens. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to give you Aliens. Be kind to yourself, guys. Don't deny yourself just on a technicality. Don't deny yourself on a technicality. No logic in that. Number 3. Which 6-time Oscar-nominated actors' roles include Amelia Earhart, Giselle, Lynn Chaney, and Lois Lane? It is, of course, and this is to introduce us to the thing, just to make it nice and easy so there's no confusion, a double A, Amy Adams. Amelia Earhart was, I believe, in the Night at the Museum movies. Giselle was in Enchanted, where she was a Disney character. Lynn Chaney in Vice, and Lois Lane in one of the Superman ones. Number 4. Which 15-time Grammy award-winning singer has never released an album with any letters in the title? Adele. Just names it after the age she was when she wrote that album. It's a nice, simple way of ordering her thoughts. Yeah, she doesn't have to waste time thinking about what she's going to call it. It's just... Is it 19, 21, 30 did she do? Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Number 5, which red-dressed rodent is the leader of the Chipmunks? Nice and easy. It's Alvin. It's not Simon. It's not Theodore. Do, 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 do. We're the Chipmunks. Oh, yeah. CHIPMUNK. Love it. I love a song that spells something out. Absolutely fantastic. Like Thrift Shop by Macklemore. I'm an INDEPENDANT blank hustler. Independent. Just it's good because it teaches you. Just forces you to really. How do you spell independent? I know because Macklemore taught me. Musing. There are a lot of works of art with titles that start with the word American. Give me the. You can read it. You can read it. Definitely not Duda. American Mitchell. A photo series of Nana Hobob eating while traveling across the US. A photo series. This I like. This I like. That's really nice. And are these kind of reportage or are these posed? I'm thinking in my head. I think I'm thinking in my head posed. I think I'm thinking in my head posed. With each, so it would be maybe 6, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it would be 21 images across the United States. And each image, Nana Hobob, would be shaped like a letter in the phrase United States of America. So you could just see it, the whole thing up there. United States of America, you dive in, what's making up those letters? It's Nana Hobob. It's in a particular place in America. For me, that makes me think, that makes me smile. It's a little bit whimsical, so you can get the kids involved. One man's opinion. One man's opinion. SJBEC72, American Reservations, a documentary exploring Native American folk art. Wowzers! SJBEC72. Has there been a documentary? Again, I'm not looking to cause you any stress. Of course, I'm not gonna. I don't think there is. So it's out there. SJPX72. If you want to take the reins of that documentary, I'm watching it. If it's like not too long. Native American folk art, yes, absolutely. And because then it's like it's a work of art about other works of art, which means you don't even really need to think of that many works of art because they're already there. You just point a camera at some of the works of art and then get people to talk about documentary making. It's easy. That's really good though, really powerful. I like that a lot. TB Douglas, American Insouciance. Hello. Look at that word here, American Insouciance. An art installation. American Insouciance, an art installation. So just like photos of Americans that just don't care, just like pretty chilled. Or is the person creating the art installation pretty chilled? So the art installation itself is like slightly subpar, but you're like, I'm really getting this sense that the person was like, oh, just whatever. Just whatever. Oh, I can do a drawing of yeah, get it in there, sure. Whatever. Hey, it's fine. I'm being insouciant. I like it. Would a lot of people know what insouciance was? Maybe not. Again, I am not a barometer to what people know. Nana Hobbup, American Verisimilitude. Yowza! Is the Thesaurus Brigade out today? Ha ha! Mixed media relief sculpture. I mean, I'm not sure much more needs to be said about that. American Verisimilitude, a mixed media relief sculpture. What do you say? You say points all round, guys. You say points all round. Well done. You have all the points that you're going to get so far. Do you? No, I don't know why every week I do this kind of pulling the rug out from under you, because you know what's coming. You know what's coming. It's the most exciting minute in quiz show history. Did that make a noise for you? No, it didn't for me. Anyway, it's a minute to win it, guys. Very simple, very straightforward. I'm going to give you a topic over here. And you just need to make as many guesses as you can as to what I have created underneath here. There's a light box. Okay, that's good. Thank you, TB. Thank you, definitely. I just like to know that you guys are getting the full glory. Yeah, I'm going to give you a topic, and you need to read my mind, yeah? Because I'm an artiste, and part of being a great artiste is to be able to connect with the minds of other artists. So you just need to read what's going on up here, okay? Last week was Easter. It's the time where God died, but then, came back. And we're so proud of him for doing that. But it kind of got me thinking, if he did stay dead, are there any other gods that could fill his post, Okay, so I can't worship Jesus anymore. Jesus is dead. What else? What are my other options? Let's have a little browse around. Let's go window shopping in the realm of gods. And so that made me think, wouldn't it be great to do one about non-Jesus gods? Okay, so you've got a minute to write down as many gods that aren't Jesus. I've written one down here. You need to get in my head. Get in my head. Here we go. What is it? What is it? Aphrodite. Straight in there, TB. Thank you. A lot of different types of gods out there from a lot of different places. Where are we going? Where are we going? Aphrodite, Ganesh, Buddha, Krishna, Circe, Krishna again. Krishna getting two guesses. I wouldn't have put money on that, but there it is. It's happened. Ares, Buddha, Zeus. Here we go. Odin, lovely, lovely. Zeus. Any other pantheons of gods? Any other types of gods? Any other types of gods? Hades, lovely. Poseidon, wonderful. Baldur, my word! Keep going though, keep going. Last few seconds. Vishnu, Freya, Thor, God of Hellfire, SJPEG 72, evocative. Brahma. Last couple of seconds. Any more? Octavo 29th, Zeus. Lovely to see you getting involved, baby. Lovely to see you getting involved. Lakshmi. Wow. Did anybody get it? Did anybody get it? I think maybe I was thinking with the current thing of the Disney Plus TV series Moon Knight. I think maybe that influenced me. Rah! Just RA. Just RA. So nobody gets those 2 bonus points, which does make it a little bit more of a disappointing minute to win it. But still, if you got it every week, then it wouldn't mean as much when you got it, right? But can I just say, an outstanding series of guesses. Was not expecting people to go that deep. And I really appreciate you doing so. There we go. Let's head back to main. Tot up your scores, guys. Tot up your scores. Let's turn the chat box on. Get your answers. Get your scores in the chat, guys. But whilst you tot up your scores, I want to remind you that in this quiz, you're only competing against yourself, okay? There is no point threshold to being smart. If you have got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, then you are smart. If you were looking at that list of country music singers and thinking, I've literally never heard of any of them, you're lying because Dolly Parton was in there, but that's absolutely fine. Who could expect you to get answers that you've never even heard of before? Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others or box office numbers. It becomes successful when you yourself say, yeah, that's great. And if you think your performance today was great, then yeah, baby, it was great. No two ways about it. And if you are watching this on YouTube, not live, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below, because oh my God, I would love to hear how you did. How are we doing? Whoa! Definitely Not Duda and Nana Hob are both at 18. TB got 13 this week. And 13 as well, SJ Beck 72. So if you're not getting 18 or 13, you're not getting a thing. Wonderful stuff. Anybody else? Anybody else want to dive in? With whatever score you got, because let me tell you, you did well whatever score you got. Now I'm looking around. Only got 10, must do better. Octavo 29. 10 is a fantastic score. Well done you for getting 10. There, SJ Beck 72 was desperate to get double figures for a while, and then achieved it, and has got 13 this week, which is absolutely fantastic. If you want to do better, Octavo 29, feel free to do so. But 10 is great as well. Okay, so we need a tiebreaker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the list of rounds up again. Definitely Not Duda and Nana Hobbob. I want you to pick a round from this list. Maybe we'll get rid of the chat box. Pick a round from this list that we did not play today. Definitely Not Duda. Thankfully, our VCR was made by Mitsubishi. They're not just... Wow, I just thought they were cars. Those Japanese, huh? Resourceful. They're a resourceful people. So definitely not Duda and Nana Hobbob. Pick one of these that we did not play today. Or you could pick... What could you pick? You could have picked... Whichever... you could pick Iconic Art if you want. And basically, I'm going to pick them out of here. And then whoever gets their round picked first is the winner. That's a pretty good one. And we can do that every single week. And there's no limit to how many people can be tight. That's really good. We're going to... That's the standard... tiebreaker from now on. Freya, Brahma, Lakshmi, Baldur, the god of hellfire. You guys, you bring me life. Movie Ladder says definitely not Duda. Nana Hobbob, what have you got? Who dat artiste? Okay, so let's see. Dark blue is straight off Nana Hobbob. I thought we were going to have to go... I did think, this could go on for quite a while. Nope. Nana Hobbob is a high point scorer. Well done. So next week, Nana, if you deign to tune in, then you will be able to pick whichever round you want from the list next week. Well done, you. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I am Notme, I am Art, and I hope that you'll join me next time, same place, where you'll have another opportunity to improve yourself through art and say to yourself, yeah, baby, I am smart. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. Huzzah and hurrah, says Nana Hobbob. And why not? Enjoy those victories. And to all of you, enjoy all of the victories that you have this week. Seek them out and enjoy them. Take care.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart,